people's opinion of you is none of your business, nor should you make it yours. You get in a lot of trouble worrying about what somebody think about you. Do not let other people's opinion of you determine your direction. They don't know you. They don't know what's best for you. They don't know the plans for you. They don't know your real direction. And most of these people who have opinions of you are not even really well-meaning people. The answer to your success lies purely between you and your relationship with God. You need to look closely at the person that's providing you their opinion. Do they take their own advice? Do they listen to others when others advise them? Hardly ever, man. Be careful when you are taking direction from people who are not where you're trying to go. I was listening to Joel Osteen on TV one day. He said, other people's opinion of you is none of your business, nor should you make it yours. Remember this, people's opinion are just their opinion. They don't know you.
To me, successful is getting to the point where you are absolutely comfortable with yourself. It does not matter how many things you have acquired. The ability to learn to say no and not to feel guilty about it, to me, is about the greatest success I have achieved. The fact that I have, in the public side, done whatever, it's all a part of a process for growing for me. But to me, to have the kind of internal strength and internal courage it takes to say, no, I will not let you treat me this way, is what success is all about. It's the same thing that prevents you from being abused as a child, that prevents you from being abused as an adult, that allows you to build success for yourself. I will not be treated this way. I demand only the best for myself. All the mistakes I've made in my life, I've made because I was trying to please them. Every one of them. There's not one that I've made because I did something because I really wanted to do this for myself. Every mistake I've ever made is because I went outside of myself to do something for somebody else that I should not, to please them, just for the purpose of pleasing them. You are worthy to say no. That it's okay if you say no. It's okay if you say no and then people don't like you. That's really okay. The important thing is how you feel about what you're doing, how you feel about yourself. It's a long struggle though. And I'm just hoping that, in the work that I do on the show and the speaking that I do around the country, and that young people who are watching this can get the lesson sooner than I did. Because it's painful, because you keep repeating it over and over and over.
Here's another big one. Learn to say no. I'm telling you, in such a social society we have now, it's so easy to try to be a nice person, saying yes, yes, yes to everything. Find yourself overloaded. Now you got to call and make well, gosh, all the time it takes to back out of something that you said yes to too quickly. My friend Ron Reynolds says, don't let your mouth overload your back.
I used to be one of those people who had the disease to please. I said yes many times when I knew I should have been saying no, and then I would be mad at myself for saying yes. You say yes, then you're mad when they come back again. Because when you say yes, when you really mean no, people follow the intention of the yes. Because why do you say yes? You say yes because you don't want the person to be upset with you. They're not. You don't want the person to be angry. You want the person to think you're nice. They do. And that is why they keep coming back. Nothing is showing up in your life that you didn't order there. So what I learned is that the reason why people keep showing up is because my intention is to make them think that I'm such a nice person, that you can ask me for anything, you can get me to do anything, I'm going to say yes, I'm going to say yes. So many times you will have angst and worry about things, and you will put yourself in a state when the other person really isn't even thinking about you. A lot of women have a disease to please, and a lot of women, I think I was in my mid-40s before I started to figure this out. You want to be successful, you want to do well, but you're just what she was talking about, you're so worried about what other people are going to say about it. I was saying earlier, you're worried about people saying who she thinks she is. I don't want people to think that I think that I'm better than they are. I don't want people to think. How do you continue to move forward and live with the haters?
I think that women are so loving and so nurturing and so giving, but here's a mistake that women and some men make as well. You cannot have a private relationship in a public arena. You cannot do that. You look to an inner circle of people who really know you for that validation, that pleasing, that strength, that understanding. Don't expect to have that kind of intimate relationship with people who just know you publicly and peripherally. Don't seek to be understood by the world. Most of our great leaders, world changers, thinkers were understood better after their life than during their life. So if you need everybody to understand you before you do it, I got bad news. You're going to be dead before you're fully understood. You better go ahead. You better go ahead and live on purpose and understand it's like a woman who's pregnant and goes to the doctor and says, I want to have this baby, but I don't want my ankles to swell. I don't want this mask on my face, and I don't want to gain any weight. And he's going to tell her there's no way you can have the baby because this goes along with it. That goes along with purpose. Haters are a part of the process. Go ahead and take it. Just get a bigger dress, do something, keep on going.
Some people, no matter what you do, are not going to be for you. Not everyone is going to like you or understand you. How much time are you spending worried about what they're saying? Trying to pay that friend back for making you look bad. You don't have time for all that pettiness. Let it go in one ear and out the other, and use that energy to move toward your God-given dreams.
So one of my favorite quotes by Ralph Waldo Emerson is that the most difficult thing for a man to do is to be himself in a world that's constantly trying to change him. So what do? Easier said than done, but what I have to do is you've got to ignore everyone. If you want to be true to yourself without being sullied by the opinions, either good or bad, negative or positive, because they're both forms of slavery, you've got to close your door, you've got to shut off your phone, you've got to shut off your computer, you've got to sit down, you've got to be with yourself and God, and let it speak through you purely. Become a hollow reed, unobstructed by the opinions, positive and negative, of other people.
What people think about you and the possibilities for your dream is none of your business. They have no imagination, ladies and gentlemen. Let me share something with you. History is being read, but it's also being written by people with imagination. You've got to find ways to increase your sense of self-appreciation, because if you don't program yourself, life will program you. Are you surrounding yourself with people that can nourish you? Is your life an adventure, or is it boring? You don't want to ever put yourself into a situation where you have a limited vision and you're only using a limited amount of your talents and of your abilities.
chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.